Whereas we are not quite at 6 o'clock, I just want to say, Trustee LaPlante, it is an honor to have you back with us, my friend.
It's an honor to be here.
You scared the heck out of us, and it's good to have you back.
Thank you. Scared me too.
All right, folks, it is 6 o'clock. Ms. Sharon, may we call this meeting to order, please?
Bublitz. Here. Cook. Here. LaPlante.
Here.
Rowley.
Present.
Taylor.
Here.
Bordinsky. Here. Jaworski. Here.
Thank you. Could we all stand for the Pledge of Allegiance, please? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Please be seated. Chief Gloner, it is my assumption that we are eliminating 3A from the agenda this evening?
That is correct.
Then let's make sure that we do that with a great fanfare next month. We'll move forward to item 4 for an agenda review, please.
I actually don't have anything.
Well, that was pretty easy. Move on to public input on any agenda items. This is your opportunity to speak in front of this board on anything that appears on the agenda this evening. There'll be a period during the end of the meeting where you can discuss anything that you would like with us. So at this point, public input going once, public input going twice. 3 times we will close public input, and I will be looking for an agenda approval, please.
Make a motion to approve the agenda.
Support.
I have a motion, I have support. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor with an aye, please.
Aye.
Opposed with a nay? That is approved. I'll now look for a consent agenda approval.
Make a motion to approve the consent agenda.
Support.
We have a motion, we have support. Sharon, do we have a, who supported?
Maybe Ed.
Outstanding. I love when you guys fight over the motions. Is there any discussion? All in favor with an aye, please. Aye. Opposed with a nay? There's none. That is approved. We do not have an engineering report for this evening, so we will move on to pending business. We will start with the chief's report. Chief Gloner, the floor is yours, sir.
Thank you. So, the month of July was a little busier for us. We responded to 216 calls, which brings our year-to-date total to 1,421. 85 calls below the same reporting period in 23, so we're still keeping that down, which is a good thing. However, there were 71 overlapping incidents, which accounted for a third of our call volume. In fact, there was twice that we had 4 calls going on at the same time, and once where we had 5 calls going on at the same time, so we're still busy. Our summer barbecue that we had out at State Park was a huge success. Unfortunately, I couldn't attend because I was under the weather, but thank you to all those that attended that. We have conducted testing for the vacant float position for the career staff. We had 8 applicants, which out of the 8, we had 5 make it through the testing. And I sent out letters yesterday to the candidates. The one that was top scorer, I sent out a conditional job offer to him. And then the other ones we'll put on a hiring list that we'll maintain for about 18 months, so we don't have to keep doing this every 6 months when somebody retires. And then we're going to have to repost our captain's position because nobody passed the testing for that, so we'll be reposting for that shortly. Other than that, pretty much all I got for the public safety report.
Are there any questions? Chief, I have one. We entered into an emergency aid agreement with the city of Bay City, I believe at the beginning of the year. With the closing of Station 5, has that negatively impacted us or operations in any way?
No, well, we're still doing the same thing as even where it was open was about the same, so
Okay.
there hasn't been any change in that.
I know there was a bit of a to-do at the city over that, so I just wanted to
Right.
get
yeah.
clarification.
Yeah,
on
it
how it's
doesn't change
affecting
anything
us.
on our end, and they've come and helped us on a couple of our structure fires just recently, so we're doing good there.
Are there any other questions?
Yeah, just, should we make a motion to maintain the hiring list for 18 months?
I think that'd be a lovely idea.
I'll make a motion to keep a hiring list for the fire department for 18 months.
I'll support.
Wow, you guys have got to stop this. All right, we have a motion, we have support. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor with an aye, please.
Aye.
Opposed with a nay? That is approved. Keep going, thank you, sir.
All right, thank you.
All right, moving on to our committee and commission reports. May we start out with the zoning board of appeals, trustee LaPlante.
Well, actually, in July, we did not have a meeting, but since I was not here for the last meeting, I have the June 18th meeting to report on. And all we had was one request for a variance, and it was at 3867 Colquhoun River Drive, on the north side of Colquhoun River Drive between Utah and Maine. Variance to allow a 6-foot privacy fence to be 5 foot off the road. He's kind of a unique spot. Sometimes the corner lots we run into this, he's got Utah's his backyard. He's actually got driveways on both sides. So we did have some discussion on it. We thought that giving him 5 feet off the road, and we ended up going with he needed to be 6 foot off the road. So we kind of come to a compromise with that. It's going to work for now. Keep him a little more off the road. So that was approved for 6 foot off the road instead of the 5 you requested. So, and that's all we had at that meeting.
Any questions? Trustee LaPlante, thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Moving on to the planning commission, trustee Taylor.
Thank you. We had a meeting on July 24th. There was no one came in for any approvals, so we worked on the zoning ordinance, section 5, which deals with the signage in the township. We worked on that for quite a while, and then we talked about the Sunset Shores Division ordinance, trying to put. There's 21. Did I say 21? 5? Thank you. 21. Thank you. And then Sunset Shores Division ordinance. We talked about that at that opportunity to do a work session without having anyone come to us. So that's it.
Are there any questions? Trustee Taylor, thank you so much. Moving on to DPW committee, Madam Treasurer.
Nothing to report.
Parks and Recreation, trustee Cook.
Just wanted to go over a few events we have coming up. This Friday is the Light Up Boat Parade on the Colquhoun River, weather permitting. August 24th is the Beach Wellness 5K Run and Walk down at the State Park, and Sunday, September 15th is the triathlon. So, fun stuff.
We do have a rain date in place for the boat parade.
We do.
I wanted to thank you for all the coverage, media coverage that this is getting. It'll be nice to see this event grow. So.
Yes, been nice.
Are there any questions? Thank you so very much. Moving on to Fire Department Infrastructure Committee, Madam Treasurer.
The RFPs were sent out. I've actually got a couple back already, so the deadline to get the rest of them back is the end of the week. So probably tomorrow or Thursday, I'll be contacting the committee to try and set up a meeting for when we can review them all.
Very good. Any questions? All right, thank you. Moving on to our board reports, we will start out with the supervisor's report. Good news is I got a short one this month. First off, congratulations to everybody that was seeking a position of public service and winning the primary election. Best of luck to everybody in November. I also wanted to thank Madam Clerk and her entire election team for yet another fabulous election. You know, whereas performing elections is a statutory duty, in doing so, it's always nice when we hit it out of the park every time. So congratulations to you and your entire team. So thank you. You know, how about a round of applause? Last month I told you about a $6,227 refund from our insurance carrier. This evening it is my pleasure to inform you of our distribution of excess net assets from that company, totaling $35,720. So not too shabby, little chunk of change there. Lastly, I attended another meeting with the City of Bay City, and they are still looking to have the slow, no wait restrictions removed from the Saginaw River. expect a resolution on the agenda either next month or the month after that for us to take up. Now, whereas there's overwhelming support from an online poll to have this restriction lifted, that online poll allowed as many votes as you wanted to from one IP address. Or also could make it where a committee or a club could all get together and vote on that. There may be a go fast and make big waves club that we're not aware of. So as this resolution is going to come by you, please take this time, talk to your residents, talk to your vote owners, and let's get a flavor for what people are thinking as this is going to be taking up steam quickly. I will also let you know that this is also a very lengthy process that's going to involve the Department of Natural Resources giving a recommendation to this. So let's do a little bit of homework, talk to our residents on that one. That is all I have for my report. Do you have any questions? Very good. Moving on to clerk's report. Madam Clerk.
I gave everybody a copy of the election results, primarily the top part for the percentages and whatnot. This was the first time for me that early voting for the February election, I didn't even think about it because it didn't cross my mind. So I put the early voting results in here as well. So in precinct voting, their overall was about 10%. AV voting, much higher percentage. So overall, everything probably 29% total, which isn't bad, but we just have way more absentee voters than we do in precinct.
29% of eligible voters?
Eligible voters.
People who are registered to vote. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and I only counted in to affect the active voters.
Okay.
Because we have 12,202 active voters. There's more challenged and verified, but you have to go through the system and send them a notice, and those people don't usually vote. So, but it was a overall successful day. We had a couple little glitches, but nothing major. Thankfully, the county had somebody from ES&S here, so the one machine problem that I had, they were able to resolve for us and get our results printed. So other than that, as always, a very long day and a long week, and I have an amazing election team. So that's all I have.
Good. Any questions? Very good. Thank you. Moving on to the Treasurer's report. Madam Treasurer.
Taxes are still chugging along pretty decently. Other than that, I've got my quarterly report.
Make a motion to receive the quarterly report dated June 30th, 2024.
Support.
Is there any discussion? All in favor with an aye, please. Aye. Opposed with a nay. That has been received. All right, we will move on to the trustees' report. This evening's order was selected by Mrs. Pop, so we will start out with Trustee Taylor.
Oh, I have nothing to report.
Well, that's easy then. Trustee Cook.
I have nothing to report.
Trustee Jaworski.
I kind of spoke with the chief a little earlier and just wanted to give the fire department a bit of a shout out. On Saturday, I happened to live off of Euclid. In about an hour and a half, they had a boat capsize. They had a major accident on the corner of Salisbury and Euclid, and there was something also going out on 10 at 10 a.m. in the morning that sounded absolutely insane out there, and I just wanted to make sure that they got a little extra thank you for everything that they do. Luckily, it sounded like everybody was okay, but just thought they deserved a little extra shout out.
I will echo that shout out. And last but not least, Trustee LaPlante.
Well, same thing, Glenn. Congratulations, everybody. That's moving ahead in the primary. And I would like to, I know it's not our fire department, but it's Franklin Township. When I had my accident, it was right there. And, whenever you guys show up, it's when somebody's in pain, you think you're in a rough way. It's appreciated. That's all I got.
And as I say once again, we are lucky to have you back, and it's great to have you back, so thank you. Moving on to some budget adjustments.
Make a motion to approve the budget adjustments as presented.
Support.
We have a motion, we have support. Is there any discussion? Ms. Sharon, we are moving money around. May we roll call vote this, please?
Bublitz,
Yes.
Jaworski,
Yes.
Taylor,
Aye.
LaPlante,
Yes.
Cook,
Yes.
Wardinski,
Yes.
Rowley.
Aye. Very good, thank you. Moving on to discussion and approval for blight cleanup at 3354 East Beaver, 3646 Schuman Road, and 837 Shady Shore. So as you, I'm sure as you reviewed your packet, this is a group of some of our less desirable places that just need to be cleaned up. And as you can see, that looking at some of these court cases, it has been years in this process. So now we finally got to the point where they've been double dog dared by the judge that you need to clean this up or else. Well, this is the or else. So now we are going to clean up these properties, and we will put the price tag on this back to onto their taxes. So you have before you a few different options as to who to go with and perform this work with. We do have our building official and code enforcement officer present if you have any questions on these.
Have we used ABC guys before?
We have not. They did have the opportunity to bid it last time, but they were a little bit higher last time. But Gary has seen their work on another project that the police department had them involved in. But,
Okay.
and that's where he first was introduced to them and was really impressed with them.
Okay.
Are there any other questions?
I've seen something in there about is it vehicle and trailer will be put in storage? And that's not something we have to pay for, is it?
It'll be charged for their taxes.
Okay.
We can't necessarily just haul them off and destroy them. We do, they do have the opportunity to get back, so we don't have much of a choice but to put them in storage.
Okay. I'll make a motion to approve ABC guys for the blight cleanup at 3354 East Beaver Road, 3646 Schuman Road, and 837 Shady Shores.
Support.
We have a motion, we have support. Would it be prudent for us to have a dollar amount to go with this motion, if you wouldn't mind having it amended?
I don't mind at all. Do I need to give a total, or should I give a choice?
Say the first one with a calculator, with a total.
$4,500.
$4,500. Would you mind amending that motion?
I will amend my motion for a cost of up to $4,500.
And with the support, will we,
Yes, I.
very good. Is there any other discussion? Ms.
Are they
Sharon?
local, is this, are they local, because TK Builders, they're actually Bangor, aren't they?
We have
I know they're at a higher price, but on one of them, they were lower price, and I didn't know.
Portsmouth.
What?
Portsmouth.
Oh, they're not, oh, 'cause I thought they were out here for something.
No, Hatch. Our
Oh.
ABC guys, I believe, is Portsmouth.
Yeah, they're Bangor Road, TK is on.
Yeah.
Yeah, TK is, but ABC guys isn't.
And I was just looking at the one that's on Shady Shore was, they were, I mean, it's only $30 cheaper. I don't know if it's more of a pain is it worth trying to split one out to keep worth one of both of them, or is that not?
Probably a total price of that,
So we do work with TK quite a bit. TK was actually the lowest bidder last time, so
Yeah.
TK did get the work. TK has got some work he's already performing for us where he was the lowest bidder. So it's not that we don't share it with our local people, because you're right, we do want to use them as much as possible, but in this case here, it's significantly different by $1,195 for the total of all of
Yeah,
them.
I see that, yeah.
So, yeah, but TK, this will tighten them up a little bit next time, but like I said, he's getting a lot of work from us on other projects also, because he has been the lowest bidder. So I think we're good.
Yeah, I know they came and did the one over on Boy Scout or something.
Yeah, he did a
right?
couple of them for us already and did a good job. It's not a problem with that, and, but it doesn't hurt to have variety sometimes too, especially when he is lower. And if it was out of the county, maybe we'd look at it a little differently, but he is
All right.
close.
That's
So,
my only question.
it's up to you.
I was saying what you were saying though, about if you could have one property, but I bet it's, I'm guessing that we'll do it for this price if I have all three of them. It would be,
Not
to break-
necessarily, no, he'd split each one of
It
them
was
up.
only $30. It wasn't a really big deal, no one.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's not, I don't know if it's worth it to separate it out, but.
The other thing I will mention is we have a lot of other court cases
Yeah,
that
more
are
comes, more
waiting.
comes,
So
so that'll keep
there'll be
everybody-
lots of opportunities to clean up lots of trash.
Good to have the competition, probably,
Yeah.
then, yeah.
That's the only thing I had on it.
Did they give you any kind of timeline?
Actually, Gary has been working closer with them. Gary, would probably have an issue with that timeline. Did they give you any timeline when they'd be able to get to it?
I think, talking to both of them, they're pretty probably, they keep their schedules pretty clean. And ABC, he probably started immediately.
Okay.
He actually called me yesterday and wanted to know, I said, I'm not gonna have anything till the board votes, probably not till Wednesday. So,
Right.
yeah.
Okay,
So
good.
they're both great, they both do great, they're great people and reliable, honest, so I have no issue with either one of them. I like them both.
Good, that's good to know, thank you.
Is there any further discussion? Very good. Ms. Sharon, may we roll call vote this, please?
Jaworski,
Yes.
Taylor,
Aye.
LaPlante,
Yes.
Cook,
Yes.
Gordinski.
Yes.
Bublitz,
Yes.
Rowley.
Aye. Very good. That is approved, and we'll start making Bangor Township beautiful at those three addresses very, very soon. So thank you all. I will now open up the floor for public input on anything you folks would like to talk about. All I ask is that we, one, sign our ledger and keep it within 3 minutes, please. Mr. Bristow, welcome back.
Thank you. Just got a report from the EPA. It was issued on 3 of 24. Has to do with the Cucaulin River update. Fish consumption impaired. Partial body contact recreation impaired. Total body contact recreation impaired. PCB in the fish, PCB in the atmosphere, water, also E. coli in both non-point source and source known. The other thing is, being I didn't get in, I got 3 bank boxes of information that I got to go through. I haven't even started. And the people that I do my dealings with getting information are pretty well up there in the ladder. And there's a lot of information that will be coming out in time. Thank you.
Very good. Thank you, sir. Anybody else? Public input going once. Public input going twice. Third time, we will be closing public input and moving on to a few announcements. The Zoning Board of Appeals will be meeting on August the 20th at 6 p.m. The Planning Commission is going to be meeting on August the 28th at 6 p.m. The administrative offices will be closed on September the 2nd to celebrate Labor Day. Are there any other announcements?
Motion to adjourn.
Support.
We have a motion to adjourn at 6:22 is support. Any discussion? All in favor with an aye, please? Aye. Opposed with a nay? We are adjourned. Thank you all for coming. Record is 13, Tracy, so we still got some work to do.
I'm on it.
How are you, sir?